Right now, a live look over Cape Canaveral, where 100 miles offshore, a rare earthquake was reported late last night. Parts of coastal Brevard County reported feeling the shakes of the 4.0 magnitude quake. It's been a big talker across our entire state today. And tonight we're hearing from Paul Early, a seismologist with the U.S. Geological Survey. And Paul, thank you so much for being here. Walk me through the details on this earthquake that struck off the Florida coast last night.
Well, it was a magnitude 4 earthquake. It happened about 10:48 at night. And as you said, this is a pretty rare event for Florida.
You mentioned earthquakes in Florida, very rare, but they are not unheard of. We've been reporting all day that the possibility of aftershocks are still at risk. What are you thinking about that? And could it be more, or stronger than what we just saw from this last night's earthquake?
Aftershocks are always a possibility. Fortunately, this is a pretty small earthquake. If you had aftershocks that were smaller, it's likely that they wouldn't be felt. However, with an earthquake like this, there's always a chance that there's going to be an earthquake as large or larger than the main shock.
I was going to say, is it, obviously we know the term aftershock for earthquakes that come after one earthquake, but could this be the prequel to something bigger out there?
There's always a small chance of that. And then actually the terminology would change and that would become the main shock.
Now, let me ask you this as well. Obviously, we are not accustomed to this sort of thing in Central Florida. We usually think about earthquakes and fault lines, that sort of thing. What's it look like out there? And are we at risk of maybe seeing more of these in the future?
Well, all earthquakes happen on faults, but we have not mapped nearly all the faults that are out there. And there's many faults throughout the East Coast that we haven't mapped. So yes, we could have another earthquake like this. An earthquake this size can happen just about anywhere in the U.S.
We think about some events that we've had on this side of the Atlantic, where Haiti, obviously one of the closest areas, where we saw some of those devastating earthquakes. We're not looking at something like that, are we?
I would not think you'd get something as big as the Haiti earthquake in Florida, but there have been damaging earthquakes in Florida. If you look all the way back to 1879 in northern Florida, there was an earthquake that caused damage in Florida, fairly minor, nothing like the Haiti earthquake. But earthquakes are possible in Florida, and you can get some damage.
Last thing, Paul, obviously this one was 100 miles offshore, several miles deep into the ocean. It brings up memories of Japan and Thailand with the big tsunami events that followed major earthquakes. Could that be something that our coast needs to be mindful of if we start to see these more often?
I would not predict you guys are going to have something that's nearly that size, and I'm sure you would not have something nearly that size off the coast. This particular earthquake was much, much, much smaller than that earthquake and would not produce a tsunami.
We are thankful for that type of news, and hopefully we do not have to talk to you that much in the future, even though we appreciate you joining us tonight. Paul, thank you so much.